I will note there's a quorum that's present. Without objections, the chair is authorized to call a recess at any time. The subcommittee is meeting today to hear the testimony of the implications of President Biden's student loan policies for students and taxpayers. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's hearing. Thank everyone for your attendance and for your witnesses, and for our witnesses for taking the time out of your busy schedule to be here. This hearing is titled Breaking the System, Examining the Implications of Biden's student loan policies for students and taxpayers, addresses what I believe is one of the greatest concerns pressing Americans' education and our economic competitiveness. The purpose of this hearing is to examine the impact of the President's radical agenda to push his free college through the federal student loan program at the expense of students, institutions, and taxpayers. Hopefully, our efforts will help shine a light for the American public on the failures of this administration and present an alternate vision of what will lower college costs, limit excess borrowing, and ensure students and taxpayers get a return on their investment in post-secondary education. Many people in this room probably have student loans. However, the blanket bailouts that turn loans into target grants and saddle future generations with someone else's debt is not a solution. It has been the American way from our beginning to leave a legacy of our children of more opportunities, not less, particularly when it comes to their limits are due to our short-sighted, self-centered, and intergenerational debt. The Biden administration proposal is a patchwork attempt to fix a structural problem that will only make worse issues of rising prices and low-quality education. It is one that leaves students worse than if they have never enrolled in the first place. 4 in 10 students leave college with debt and no degree. This has left millions of Americans with student debt that far exceeds the financial value of their degree, and with taxpayers forced to cover the bill. It is thus unsurprising that the direct loan program has resulted in $200 billion in losses prior to the President's student loan schemes. Yet rather than work with the Congress to fix our financing system, the Biden administration has taken the go-it-alone approach at the expense of students and taxpayers. The nonpartisan Congressional Budget Office calculated that the blanket debt cancellation will cost the American taxpayers $400 billion. However, this hearing will take a look at the totality of the administration's actions, which will cost upwards to $1 trillion.
Good afternoon, friends. It has just been passed. President Biden has officially signed a new piece of legislation that will bring changes across the United States. Millions of Americans may also see adjustments made to monthly benefits from Medicare and SNAP. Also, many people are very concerned whether the passage of the bill was a good idea. My dearest friends, please make sure that you watch until the end of this video to learn how this will affect you. Also, this coming Friday, I will be announcing several winners for the $75 Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter the weekly giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos, and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dear friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Today, the White House announced that President Biden signed a GOP-led resolution marking an end to the national emergency over the crisis. The resolution passed the House despite almost 200 House Democrats voting against it, after the White House said it strongly opposed the measure, though it did not threaten to veto the bill. The bill later passed the Senate in a bipartisan 68-23 vote. The White House had already said it was already planning to wind down the national emergency and public health emergency around the crisis on May 11th, providing states a go-ahead to begin winding down the measures enacted under the emergencies. Many experts have said the end of the emergency will have a limited impact, despite the White House warning earlier this year it would create wide-ranging chaos and uncertainty throughout the healthcare system. The resolution will end a number of waivers for federal health programs like Medicare, Medicaid, and CHIP. Many of the changes to healthcare regulations have become largely irrelevant as crisis precautions have been relaxed. The former president declared a national emergency on March 13, 2020, retroactive to March 1st of that year. The declarations allowed for federal funding to be freed up to cities and states for things related to the crisis. The crisis emergency also provided the power for the former president and later President Biden to pause student loan repayments. Biden's student loan forgiveness plan is still being challenged at the Supreme Court, and student loan repayments are set to begin either 60 days after the Supreme Court ruling or 60 days after June 30th. But the Biden administration's decision to end the public health emergency will institute sweeping changes across the healthcare system that go far beyond many people having to pay more for crisis-related items. In response to the crisis, the federal government in 2020 suspended many of its rules on how care is delivered. That transformed essentially every corner of American healthcare, from hospitals and nursing homes to public health. According to CBS News, the end of the emergency means nursing homes will have to meet higher standards for training workers. Advocates for nursing home residents are eager to see the old, tougher training requirements reinstated, but the industry says that move could worsen staffing shortages plaguing facilities nationwide. Other changes during the public health emergency were meant to shore up hospital capacity. Critical access hospitals, small hospitals located in rural areas, did not have to comply with federal rules for Medicare, stating they were limited to 25 inpatient beds and patient stays could not exceed 96 hours on average. Since the emergency has ended, those exceptions will disappear. Hospitals are trying to persuade federal officials to maintain multiple crisis-era policies beyond the emergency or work with Congress to change the law. So, dear friends, what are your thoughts on this? Please let me know what your thoughts are in the comment section below. The lifting of the emergency has already begun to bring an end to several enhancements of safety net programs that many Americans have grown accustomed to, including increased SNAP benefits and automatic Medicaid renewals. During the crisis, the federal government approved increased payments, known as SNAP emergency allotments, to those receiving SNAP food assistance. Since last month, all SNAP households nationwide returned to the regular benefit amount. Now, the pressure is on state lawmakers to fill the gaps as experts warn of worsening food insecurity, and food banks are scrambling to prepare for an influx in clients. While New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy signed a bill last month to increase the state's SNAP minimum benefits in light of the federal cutback, California Governor Gavin Newsom has so far advised against any big ongoing spending promises, as the state of California faces a $22 billion budget deficit. Well, my magnificent and marvelous friends, that is the end of my daily stimulus update video for this afternoon. Thank you so much, friends, for being part of this community and for joining me here every single day. I will be announcing several winners this coming Friday for the Walmart gift card giveaway. If you'd like to enter the giveaway, friends, all you have to do is click and like several of my videos and then comment below the keyword of each video that you watch. The more videos that you comment on, dear friends, the greater your chances of winning the giveaways. Thank you and have a wonderful and very blessed week.